I'll just keep it. I'm just gonna keep it just a stock photo of me. Psych. We're going live.
I love it. Dude, how's
We're pulling back the stock. Man, it's going great. Look at this. Did you get a haircut like 30 minutes ago? Because I don't know if I've ever seen sharper cut of hair.
Yeah, I knew you were coming on and you were going to bring the flow game, and I was like, I better actually do my hair today. So we gotta have that happen.
Good for you, because I was also like, I should probably do my hair today. So
I was wondering. I thought for sure you were going to have a black shirt on. I almost went blue, and I was like, nah, he'll probably go black. We'll see.
This is like this puts me like on a beach. This makes me feel like
yeah. Well, you look like you're on a beach. You're tan. You've been on a beach many times. I feel like
we've been moving and grooving. Okay,
yeah.
we have been. I'll say this: I'll never spend a winter in Knoxville again. We're just gonna make that out there.
A lot of people on here are in the Midwest, and they're like, a winter in Knoxville sounds like heaven. So
when it's not like -20 and like 2 feet of ice on your pond.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't do that. I don't know how, honestly, I don't know how any of those states are occupied. To be quite honest with you, I feel like everybody would either freeze or just turn into polar bears up there. Like it's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I think I blame it on our Norwegian ancestors for settling down here. Like, you guys don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be like the homeland.
You have thick blood. Used to cold.
That's right. Well, when you're used to it, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm a little beach boy.
The other thing about the black shirt is, how much I like to sweat. So this hides it a little bit better. And
I would hope it hides it all the way. Hayden, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, it's hard to get more dark than
shirt. I will call you out on that and say, I am seeing the pits. Okay. Go even darker.
I'm seeing it happen.
A couple notches lower.
I love it. Well, let's get this thing started. We're just going to kind of be having a conversation. And this is, we have a lot of people on here that either have been using the products for a while, or they're brand new. They're just checking it out. And they're like, well, this is pretty cool. There's some guys talking about this stuff. I usually just see my wife or sister, or aunt that's doing this stuff. And I'm like, no, that's not how it goes. We're just, so we just do it a little bit different.
Right.
But James, I would love for you just to share, like, how'd you get started in Isagenix? What were you doing before that? And we'll kick it off that way.
Yeah. So, well, thank you, Hayden, first and foremost, for inviting me on. Very grateful to be speaking to everybody, saying hello virtually, obviously. And just excited really for what is taking place right now in Isagenix. So my journey starts really about 7.5 years ago. And I got introduced to Isagenix, ironically enough, by my sister, my little sister. So when she introduced it to me, I was obviously completely skeptical and just tried to tear it apart left, right, and center, which I did do to a very small degree, just in the sense that I was very hateful and very cynical. I was in college, like a real man. Come on, I don't drink shakes. That's ridiculous. Come on, get out of here. But I was in college. I was studying psychology, and in East Tennessee, in Chattanooga, and I was at this pivotal point in my life where I was really struggling with purpose. I was really struggling with like what the next steps were actually going to look like, and I was finding myself having done all of this work, like I said, about to go into my 4th year of a bachelor's in psychology. And I was like, I don't really see this like panning out the way that I thought it would. And I don't know of any options I have outside of this. And, my professors are saying, you need to go on and get your master's, at least, if not your doctorate, if you're going to pursue anything with psych. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to do that. I'm not passionate in that, clinical sense when it comes to psychology degree or anything like that. And to make money, I was waiting tables. So I was picking up shifts. I was, working late. I was working in the middle of the day in between classes, things of that nature. And to be quite honest with you, Hayden, I was praying for an opportunity. I really was. Now, I have to say, I didn't think it was going to be in this form. So when it came to me, I was like, whoa, like, but not this. Okay, God, I'm praying for an opportunity, but not. I wasn't expecting that one.
Like this.
Yeah, I was just, I had this preconceived notion, which we can get into in a little bit, but I was really searching for something. And she said, "Hey, James, one, I know you love to travel. I know that you love to see the world, to experience different cultures and to meet people. I think I might have found a vehicle that will really coincide with your lifestyle of, wanting to be fit and put on weight." So for me, backstory, I didn't have a problem with losing weight. I had a problem with gaining weight. And so when I saw this initially, I was like, "Oh, you've lost me already." Because I think this is a weight loss thing. And I'm not, cleansing. Come on. I'm not going to, whatever. Like, I'm not going to do that. But what I came to find was that actually this was exactly what my body needed. And in many ways, the lack of nutrients was why my body wasn't able to, put on more lean mass. So I said yes. Okay. The reason I said yes is because Isagenix is so bold. They say, try an entire system completely risk-free. You can eat all of the products and feel great and experience all the results, and you can try it on us. That was the only reason I said yes. I had a couple $100 to my name at the time, in my account. And I was like, all right, if this stuff works, great. So that's how I got started. And I was 22, or I just turned 23, I believe. And a lot has happened since then, I will say. Dude, I've done a lot of cleanses and I feel amazing.
Yeah. Well, you look amazing. And I also see how much hard work you put in the gym in the mornings and all that stuff too. And our stories are so similar. It's crazy. Like I got into Isagenix, same thing, putting on lean weight. School wise, I needed to go to more school to be a doctor. And I was like, I don't want to do that, but I want to help people, and then when Isagenix was really presented in that sense of, hey, you can have freedom, you can create the life that you want. And at the same time, I wasn't doing tables, but I was valet parking cars for extra cash on the weekends. And I got started on the products to basically, prove them wrong that these products aren't really different from anything else that I've tried at GNC and bodybuilding.com. I think there's another one I used to get online, whatever it was, like buy one, get one free. I was like, yeah, I'm that
one. the big trash bag of whey protein.
Oh, just leave you feeling terrible. And I was and it worked. It was like so pleasantly surprising that it worked. And they started to share it with a few people and it worked for them. And I guess for you, product wise, what's your go-to products maybe then, but what's your go-to products now? And what do you use on a daily basis?
Well, I'll be comment in the chats. Give me just some validation here. Thumbs up if I can be totally candid with the audience. Just pop a thumbs up. So what do I not consume would probably be an easier question to answer, Hayden. I just added it up, and we spend like $1,200 a month on product. So we consume a lot of product. But my favorite, honestly, and this really sounds cliche, but like I love our shakes. I've been consuming at least 2 of our Isagenix shakes. I have the plant-based now. I've transitioned to plant-based for almost exclusively now for three or 4 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Fueled by plants, my boy.
Okay,
that's right.
Let's go. But I got surprising because you are cooking steaks all the time. So
right. Okay.
I guess I didn't make the connection.
Yeah, right. It just, a protein variants. I like to switch it up, and I had the Isagenix Pro is what I started out with because it had more protein, again, putting on lean muscle. So I was having 2 of those a day, every day, chocolate. I don't need anything special, nothing saucy, just chocolate. Amazing. And now we've implemented a whole, array of a performance line products that when I first started, we didn't have. Our pre-workout is just, it's amazing. Guys, it's so clean. Like we want to talk about a product in like an industry that is filled with just garbage ingredients, pre-workouts. Are you kidding me? Like just jacked up with synthetic stimulants, all this stuff. So I love our pre-workout. And then I was just telling Rod the other day, because we got another shipment in of collagen. Guys, we just came out. I know you know this, I'm sure, because you got tuned into this call, but we just released a type 1, yes, marine collagen that is
Brought to you
quickly
by
becoming
type 1 collagen. All right, there we go.
Marine from Scandinavian waters. And it's quickly becoming my favorite product because of the ease. It's so easy. I'm still doing 2 doses a day. I'm doing 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. And like, it is the best way for me. I love starting my morning with it and ending my day with it. There's just something about like the bookend type deal where I know, because I'm not somebody that's like religiously taking care of my skin anyways, but I know it needs it. Yeah. And this is something that I can feel the hydration. So that is quickly becoming like my favorite product, not to mention my hair is growing like extra fast now.
Well, I was going to say, you're probably getting, haircuts or trims.
Every day, just
every day.
It's just sniffing off the bottom.
New stuff. Well, I remember we were on the phone when the collagen came out, and you were making fun of me because I kept sipping it to get the end out. So
because you held it up for like 20 minutes.
Are you doing that yet?
I have to admit, I am now doing that. And I was having one the other day, and I said, I'm gonna pull the Hayden and just like hold this up here for like 10 minutes and just get every last sweet drop.
Yeah, you just want to tap it in.
They're just not enough.
Oh my gosh. But I do want to talk about the AMP products. So James was talking about our performance products and specifically our pre-workout. And then we call that our AMP line. And the thing that I love about it is, again, I had tried everything. I was like going into GNC, I was like, and like asking this guy, like he knows anything. He just, we've come to find out he's just working in there. He's like, oh, this pre-workout came in. It's really awesome. It's called Super Antler 7000. And you're going to get jacked. And it's like, you take it. And I was like, I couldn't sleep for 4 days. I don't even know what's in it.
Right.
But the supplement industry is so unregulated. And the fact that we can have something that's clean for Olympic athletes to all the way to children is something remarkable. But not only that it's clean, it delivers results. Like, the results are unmatched, tested, tried and true. And I would say one of my favorite products now is, it's funny because you're like 1200. I'm like, I take everything too. It's like, I don't know.
It just keeps coming.
Yeah. When I get upset, when I'm like, man, I should just put everything on my auto ship because I'll, place separate orders and run out of things. And I'm like, well, now I don't have the coffee. Like, what am I going to drink this morning? I can't drink any other coffee.
I guess I'll have bone broth.
Yeah. I guess I'll have some bone broth.
Dig into my bone broth reserves.
The AMP Repair,
dude. The Repair.
A game changer.
I love that product. Again, has collagen in it. Mm-hmm. Black pepper, amazing for recovery. I didn't use that product for the longest time. I noticed, Hayden, and I know that I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, but like when I have really hard and like heavy lifting days, I notice my body, it's given the name, recovered so much better when I had it in that window right after I tore my muscles up. How has that been? Because I know you played at a level and you trained at a level, sports-wise, much harder and higher than I did. Yeah. But with your like experience, how has that product, and where do you implement that? Like, do you take that every day, or do you have it just after like really hard training days?
I did start taking it. It started in the beginning with like really hard training days. And, when I first started taking Isagenix, like we didn't have all these amazing performance products. We had the shakes, we had Ionics, we had something called Want More Energy, which is now the Amped Hydrate, our electrolyte drink. And I noticed a difference just from that compared to other proteins. Like I was recovering faster. And then I added in, when the Repair came out, I added in the Repair. And it was like, leg day is usually tough. And sometimes you can't walk up the stairs and all of that for maybe days after. And I noticed that like go away. And I love the Peloton bike as well. I have not naturally, I've worked hard on them, but I have big legs anyways. So I kind of like try to take it easy on the legs, but I still want to move them. So I'm on the bike and, being in the cold weather, it's nice to have a little stationary bike. And I just want somebody to tell me what to do, and I'm going to push it to the max. Right. And it's like, I feel like I can do that more times a week since using the Repair than I could before. Because typically you're maybe going, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 times really hard. Because you got to give your body time to recover. If you're not recovering, you're not going to make any gains. You're not going to feel good.
Well, and I want to talk to that for 1 second, because you talked about, wanting to be able to get on a bike and just like have somebody tell you what to do and just go. And I liken that so much to this nutrition, because we have so much that we're consuming on a daily basis, a whole food wise, that is very necessary to our, overall calorie consumption, nutrient intake. But there's a part of this that I don't want to have to think about. And, now our lives are all getting just a little bit crazier. Our routine's been thrown out. Maybe you're working from home or whatnot. And what I've found, and again, I've said this since day one, the ease at which this nutrition is packaged, communicated, and then able to be consumed by me, I've never found anything more synergistic in the ability to say, hey, I know this next month I'm going to be doing more of X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna get this product that's gonna help my body respond and aid now. I mean, we have CBD now. We have all sorts of things with all sorts of recovery, healthy aging, youthful aging type benefits. And like you said, it's all done for you. You don't have to sit and stare at the fridge and be like, I'm gonna get a quarter cup of Brussels and then have a cup of brown rice. I'm gonna mix some turmeric in there because that's good for the gut, or like whatever. Like, it's all so heavily researched and scrutinized, like you said, tried, tested, and true. And that for me is like probably the biggest selling point of this nutrition, is that it's just plug and play, and the rest of the day and the rest of the nutrients I can figure out and do what I need to when it comes to whole foods.
Yep. Well, especially now too, and for those of you that don't know James, him and his wife Audrey just had a little baby boy, and that, as a lot of you parents on here can attest, like, it's a total life change. And I'm sure I'm just making an assumption, but having some simple, easy to go on the stuff, whether it's late at night, early in the morning, in the middle of the day, maybe you need to pick me up with a Bia or an E-shot. I'm sure or two. I'm sure that's been pretty helpful.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, I laugh. I was talking to my mom about this the other day. All food is either overheated or it's just cold now. By the time you get around to eating my food, it's just room temperature. What's the point? And so, Isagenix is probably some of the best tasting stuff I eat on a daily basis, at least in this season, because, that's just kind of what it is. So again, the convenience has been, I don't know where, it's a little bit scary to think about where my health would be if it weren't for this nutrition, truly. And I know that many people on this line who are, just comment in the chats if you feel that your body has really been afforded the greatest opportunity to optimally live. Just comment like me in the chats. I feel so grateful that this was presented to me. And granted, I wasn't open to it at the time, but I became open to it, and I'm so grateful, because I know so many other people are out there that are really looking for something to give them that edge, or just to like help them feel alive during the day. And this is aided in just more ways than I can possibly count.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love it. Yeah. There's people, everybody's commenting here, and we got an Isabody finalist on here.
Oh, come on.
Oh yeah. I worked out with him one time, and I thought I almost died. I mean,
come on, Joe.
So intense, but I'm glad that we had the repair. We're going good. We're recovering good. So I want to shift gears a little bit. And however you want to tell this story, I guess, but through the process of growing this business, now, obviously you said before that you wanted to get involved to be able to travel and, have some freedom, live a healthy lifestyle. But I mean, you met Audrey through this.
Did.
And for those of you guys that don't know, they're also millionaires with this company and leading an incredible team, and inspiring so many people. But what was kind of your, I guess, going deeper into it, your aha moment, and how did that transition as you guys began to work this together, and do this?
So for me, the aha moment, when it came to the opportunity or the business side, is that what you're referring to?
Yeah. Like what made you just go, I'm really going to look at this. Like, I'm really going to like dive deep and I'm sure you got a lot of no's. I'm sure maybe you got made fun of. If not, you're an enigma, because I feel like
No, it definitely was there. Definitely was there. You know, for me, it was the conversation I had with Herb Cepeda.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who don't know, he's a top earner in the company. He and his wife are who introduced Audrey to Isagenix. Audrey nannied for them for 2 years. And I just sat down with him, and I was just, I didn't hide my skepticism. I didn't hide my doubt that any of this worked. I was like, I don't really trust this stuff, because I had been exposed to a not so pleasant side of this industry prior to Isagenix. Okay, I came into it with a preconceived idea of what I thought this was, and so I just asked him, and I was like, I need to know that this is really going to work. I need to know that this really can happen for me. I understand it's happened for you, but not all compensation plans are the same. Not all compensation plans afford, every Joe Schmo just to come in and have the equal opportunity that maybe you do, because you came in earlier. And that's where a lot of people have problems with what I call multi-level marketing, which is very different from Isagenix. And so it just made sense, Hayden, because for me, I had such ambition and such big dreams for my life. But to be honest, I didn't know any vehicle that would be able to fill that, because there were so many limitations, whether it be a traditional career occupation, or starting from, scratch, a business where you'd need, mid 5, if not 6 figures of startup capital before even generating a product, service, or doing any sort of business, right? And so here I am at 22, and I'm saying, this is what I want in life, and these are my options. And then I looked at Isagenix and I said, you've got to be kidding me. This is, the more I dug into it, the more excited I got. The business model is legit. It's been crafted by some of the brightest minds in business who understand like networking. They understand the flow better than almost anybody on the planet, arguably. And so that's when I really dove in, and I said, listen, I understand most people, maybe many people in my life won't understand this. That's perfectly okay. That's not for them. It's for me. And then I built this by myself for 2 years. Aside from Odd, we were just friends, and then we fell in love and got married. And it's been really amazing to get to meld and to build something with her, because for us, it's been all about being a full-time family and building something together versus building something apart. And so getting to maximize on her strengths, and she is a captivating woman. She's somebody that can be very energetic and draw people in with how she speaks and how she lives her life. And I get to help coach and walk people through in different areas as well. So it's been amazing. But what I'll conclude with just saying, I did the due diligence to take an objective look, keyword objective look, at what this actually was. Not what other people were saying about it, not what a blog review said about it, I wanted to take a look and saw how this actually played out. And then I got to see all of these people, like hundreds of people, making more money than I ever imagined making in my life. And they all, I looked at that in that room, that really my aha day. And I said, I can do this. I can do this. I can learn the skills. And it was filled with journey. It was filled with a personal growth, journey. And it's been, it hasn't stopped. And it's definitely had, its hardships, its challenges, as anything good in life does. But you have to take an objective look. If what you're saying you want in life is, X, Y, or Z, this is something that you should really line up to it and see if it could fit.
Dude, I love it. I love that you say take an objective look, because I think so many times we, let other people dictate, whether something's good or bad. And it's not bad to take in information from others and opinions, but I think by doing that, you built your beliefs so solid that it was like, what? I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And I can agree. When one of my first big events that I went to, and I saw people walking across stage, and at that time there were no young people, like none. I remember like none. I remember actually, another side story, but going to North Carolina, we had an event in North Carolina. It was like right after Audrey got involved, and she was just like lit up, jumping around, bouncing around, but it was like we were the only young people. Like that was it. And so this other event, the first one I went to, I walked across, and sorry for people that are older than me on here, but I was like, those, like, if they can do this, like, I can do this.
Right.
If they can do this, I can do this. And for some of them, and this might sound bad, but I was like, are they like really using the product? Like, are they? Or, you know, and not saying that you have to be this like walking around billboard of, you know, a 6-pack and all that stuff, but you just know, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, what the heck is going on? Like, they can do, like, I can like do this, be in shape, and throw myself out there and help a bunch of people. And I think that's when everything really changed. And like the belief gets so solid, and you get so solid in your, you know, your desire for what you want in your life. And I love that you guys say be a full-time family and grow something together, because I'm sure there's some days where it's not very easy to do, you know, and it's like, you're going to have arguments, you're going to have like little discrepancies, and you go, okay, wait, what are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? But okay, with all that being said, I mean, we've come out with some new products. We're Isagenix 2.0. I know you just served on the field advisory board for 2 years, you guys, which is only about 6 people in the whole company, and did it through some pretty crazy times. But anyways, like, what are you most excited about with where Isagenix is at right now and where Isagenix is going?
Collagen.
Yeah.
Hands down. So what we've got to understand is this, and I spoke about this on a call a couple nights ago, but what we've done with collagen since the launch, since the infusion of it in the marketplace at the beginning of January, it's just unprecedented, you guys. The amount of bottles that we've sold. Now, we've had some, you know, shipping issues due to the wharf out in LA, that all these ships are backed up in the sea because of COVID and, you know, whatever. So the demand in Isagenix has just been through the roof. We have the bottles, but, you know, given the situations in the world, we haven't been able to get them to the people. But we've sold millions. I think we're over 6 million bottles now. And what's amazing about this product, Hayden, is that it's, I mean, obviously, you know this, I'm not saying this to you, but like the virality of this, the ability for this to go viral, there's no coaching with this product. Everybody is looking for collagen. Yeah. Everybody. It's the hottest word. And here Isagenix has just come in to the crosshairs, not just with a collagen product, but with an unmatched collagen product, having just gone to such great lengths where it's not bottled in plastic. It's bottled in that amazing amber glass, you know, to reduce oxidation. It completely eliminate oxidation from taking place during, you know, any sort of storage process. And so what's most exciting right now is businesses go through cycles. Okay. All businesses go through cycles. Isagenix had their last business cycle where they went and increased, I think, from about 300 million to like 600 or 700 million in 11 to 13. I believe that's about right. 11 to 14. Yep. And that's when Hayden came in. That's just before I came in. That's when all of these leaders came in, and they just just rode this wave. We are building this wave right now. And when you see a wave coming, you start paddling today. So what I'm most excited about is that Isagenix has done it right when it comes to this collagen. They've supplied all the resources you could ever want. They pay so generously. And to be honest, I would be talking about this product regardless of if Isagenix paid me or not. Yeah. But what's exciting is that maybe somebody who's not into the shakes right now, or maybe somebody's not into the cleanse right now, they're into collagen. People are into collagen. And so taking a look at an opportunity, it's one thing to be a part of Isagenix, okay? It's another thing to be a part of Isagenix with a new product launch like collagen. It's an entirely different it's an entirely different animal to be a part of it when we're about to enter the next, what we call critical mass, when a product goes from, you know, virtually unheard of to everybody knows about it seemingly overnight. That's what's happening with Isagenix right now because of this products and because of the products to come. That's by far what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, dude, I love it. And I think for us, been doing this for a while, and we know all of our products are really good. And that's typically not the case in network marketing. It's people most companies will have like a 1 or 2 product, you know, miracle product, right, you call it, or hero product. And Isagenix has many. They're all really good. Like, we didn't even talk about Ionics. and which has been like a staple forever and is still one of the, I mean, daily. But the collagen is, people get results on the collagen without doing anything else. Like,
that's it. It's so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah. It's so easy. It's so simple. And then, you know, you start to couple in the shakes, the cleanse. Side note, I still love the snacks. I don't know why. I just like,
come on,
really like
vanilla. Let's go.
I do. It's vanilla. So the most plain thing ever. But I totally agree. Collagen is where it's at. And I'm excited that we're pretty much caught up on shipping now. With all the backup, and it was like everything that can get thrown against us is getting thrown against us, and it's still climbing, it's still running, it's still going, and people are having great results. And that's what I think one of the things I've enjoyed being a part of is helping people have results that they want to have anywhere else. You know, like we always say, these are results you can't get anywhere else, and it's the truth. And beyond that, it's the people you meet, and without this, I would have never met you. And I've always been grateful for that, even though I, you know, cut my hair. We used to be like the Bash Brothers, but
I'm still waiting for the day you grow it out.
It is what it is. I think I've tried about eight times. It gets to the awkward stage, and I go, can't do it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get. It takes full commitment. We'll talk about commitment later, Hayden. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That'll be a next call. We'll talk about commitment. And really, with COVID and lockdowns and all that stuff going on, this was probably the time to do it. Now's the time. I blew it. The good thing is I have a lot of hair. Like, it's not falling away. It's not going anywhere. Probably getting more now with the collagen. I clip my nails once a week now. It's everything's flowing and going. It wouldn't take as long as it used to.
Well, sure. I'll take that as a yes then.
We'll do it. Any last words here before we sign off? I mean, this has been an absolute pleasure, and I know people are having massive takeaways, and if they're watching, you know, when they're watching the recording, even more. But I hope that it's built so many of the belief in what we're doing here, and helping inspire other people too. Yeah.
The last thing I'll say is, you know, the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts as long as the lifetime of that opportunity. And we all have recognized opportunities maybe in our life or in others around us that we've missed, that we didn't capitalize on. We didn't push all the chips to the middle of the table. We didn't give it our focus. We didn't give it our full attention. We didn't do our due diligence when it came to learning and mastering and practicing the skills to maximize on what was given right before us. And if you're on this call and you're watching this and you're really at a place in your mind and ears to taking this in, you have the opportunity of a lifetime right now. I'm 100% confident and sure when I say that. And don't let it pass you by. Mm-hmm. Don't let this be one of those opportunities that you say, man, I really wish I would have capitalized on that. Because there will be people that do. Just don't let it be you. So thanks, Hayden, for having me on. And I'm excited to see everybody grow and, you know, keep consuming some collagen.
Absolutely. I love it, man. I love you. Appreciate you. And thanks for taking time out of your evening here. And we'll do it again.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks, man.
God bless you guys. See ya.